This is Mark Fidel. We're back with you at DC Music, Blaine, Minnesota. And I now have Tom Larson, drummer, of Scott Holt Band.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for sitting down with us. So, we're talking about the new record.
Yes.
The Buddy Guy tribute album, Scott Holt Band. What do you think?
It's the best album I've ever been a part of.
Really?
Um,
Elaborate.
I've been with Scott off and on for about 6 years, and this is the best album that I think we put out under Scott's name. And I've been on a number of other albums, and this is by far what I'm most proud of. So.
Have you got any highlights that stand out? Any tracks that stand out?
It's powerful. I mean, it's I Dig Your Way. It's like a punk tune. You know, it's like the Ramones covering Buddy Guy. So it's then there's songs like Damn Right I Got the Blues, and first time I met the blues, they're just powerful and soulful and more traditional bluesy, and then things that you just wouldn't quite expect. That just raw, and powerful, and it's fun. It's a good representation of what we are live. It's just a great album.
Cool. Give us a little background. Where you're from, how you got into the Scott Holt Band, what you've done in the past.
I'm from Colorado. I grew up as a classical percussionist playing the symphony, and then at some point in Durango, Colorado, decided I wanted to play jazz. So I looked on a map and it said New Orleans, birthplace of jazz. I thought that sounded like a good place, so I hopped on a Greyhound bus and ended up in New Orleans.
How old were you when
20.
Okay.
Then I ended up continuing school at the University of New Orleans, or Ellis Marsalis, and graduated as a jazz studies percussion performance major. Stuck around New Orleans playing everything I could get my hands on, every style I could imagine, and just sinking into the scene as much as possible. And then at some point, after I'd been there about eight or 9 years, one of the bands I was playing in decided to move to Nashville. And I was ready for a change, so I moved to Nashville. And been in Nashville ever since. My wife actually knew Scott's wife. They worked together, and she invited us out to a show. I went out, he found out I was a drummer, and asked me to sit in for a song at Third and Lindsley.
It's been downhill ever since.
And ever since, it was one of those magical things. I sat in and played, and just 15, 20 seconds into the song, he did one of his crazy kicks that he does, and I caught it. And he just kind of looked at me, and I looked at him, and was like, wow, okay. It was something that was not normal, not your typical, we just connected, and we've been connected ever since. And he's a brother to me, and I love him, so it's a great musical family.
Yeah.
And then when I hooked up with Richard, that just completed the trio. I've never felt this strong with musical group and a group of three guys.
Yeah.
So.
It's a long ways from jazz, though.
It is a long way, but
and even further from classical.
But actually, not really. Maybe from classical, it's a little bit of a stretch. But what we do every night is exactly jazz. The chords are different, the style's a little bit different. We might hit a little bit harder, but the way we communicate on stage, we've never used a set list. We don't even know what song we're going into. So the improvisatory element that's going on stage is exactly the same as when I was playing with Ellis in New Orleans. You have the basic structure of the song, but from then on, you don't know what's going to happen. So there's a lot of similarities.
That's one of the things they always say about the greatest blues players is they would never play the song the same way twice.
Oh, absolutely.
But a guy's certainly like that.
Scott's no exception. In the thousands of times that we've possibly done a certain song, I've honestly say if someone recorded every one of them, not one of them has ever done the same way twice. So and that's what keeps us on our toes and keeps it fun, keeps it raw. Same way when we did the album, kind of did the Miles Davis approach. Just like this is going to be raw in the first takes, and everybody's going to be just a little bit scared. So that keeps energy.
Sort of tapes rolling, let's go.
Absolutely.
See where we end up. That's the best way to get music, in my opinion.
That's kind of how we live our lives.
Cool. What are you looking forward to this summer, the touring and everything?
I'm looking forward to the festivals, mainly because you get in front of more people, and I think that, especially with this new album and with the three of us chilling recently, if you haven't seen the Scott Holt band for a while, it's a new energy, and we're gonna blow your face off. So I'm looking forward to getting in front of just every single person across the country and across Canada, and showing them what they've been missing.
Cool. Excellent. Well, Tom, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
It's good to see you.
I appreciate it.
You guys be safe on the road.
I appreciate it.
All right.